Alrighty, here we go. Hey there everybody, it's the Nasty One here again. Welcome back to the next episode of the Freebooters franchise here in year number 2. Last episode we broke our 5-game losing streak and destroyed the Herbivores in the final game of the regular season series, 9-3. Unfortunately, it came too little too late as we were mathematically eliminated from the playoffs last episode as well. So these last 3 games are all pretty much for pride at this point. We're just playing to try and finish as best as we can because we have no shot of making the playoffs. Quick peek at those standings. Best we can do is 8-8, and the Sirloins and Moonstars have already won 9 games, so they are therefore in. The only team that can challenge them at this point is the Moose, who I believe we do not play, or do we play them for the last time? I believe our last 2 games are against the Moose, so we could potentially knock the Moose out of playoff contention by winning one, or actually both of those games would knock them out. So they'll have a lot to play for, and we're just playing spoilers. Alright, first up, our game here is against the Hot Corners here. It's the final game of the regular season for them. They will send Rachel Rhubarb to the hill. She is 1-0 with a 3.95 ERA and a 1.02 whip. That one win for her came against us earlier in the season. And we will send our second pitcher, Angel Verde, to the mound. He is 1-1 with a 5.59 ERA and a 1.91 whip. Here's a look at the lineup for today's game. Brickhouse leads off in center, following Stiff Bottom at catcher. Reddier will play first base today. He's locked in the 3-hole. Jackman bats fourth, locked in at shortstop. Pitts will bat fifth. He's DHing. He is tense. Batting sixth is right fielder Dan Cervelos. Batting seventh is third baseman Xander Rivers, the rookie. Batting eighth is left fielder Gia Axelson. And batting ninth is second baseman Sammy Graves. Let's jump into the action here and get it on. So really, we're just playing for pride at this point. We want to win out and finish at 8-8 for the season, which would be our best record in the series so far. Because I believe in year 1 we finished 7-9, if I remember correctly. I'd have to go back and look at that to confirm that. But we will have started this rebuild off with 2 straight seasons with missing the playoffs. So I think if we do it one more time next season, I think we need to move on, as canonically, I think we would be fired at that point. Unless you're Brandon Hyde and the Orioles, who know you're going to be, like, super bad. Alright, here we go. Brickhouse, Stiff Bottom, and Reddier will lead off against Rhubarb here. Brickhouse leads off, hitting .371, 2 homers and 9 RBIs on the season. Here are Rhubarb's numbers on the year in greater detail. Rhubarb is 1-0 with a 3.95 ERA, 1.02 whip. She's given up 6 earned runs in 3 starts, throwing 13 2/3 innings, giving up 14 hits, 2.59 batting average against. Of those 14 hits, 2 of them have been homers, and she struck out 4. Pretty solid numbers for a long reliever in all seriousness. Averaging just over 4 innings a start, it looks like. Maybe like 4 1/3 or something like that. Maybe 4 2/3, somewhere in that area. Alright, here we go. Brickhouse ready. Here's the pitch from Rhubarb. Strike at the knees on the heater, 0-1. Got it in there again, 0-2. Rhubarb up ahead in the count here. Fastball up is fouled off. Brickhouse stays alive here, still 0-2. Slider away. Brickhouse skies it to right center field. Not a lot on it. Over for it's the right fielder. Belter makes the catch, 1 down. Brings up the catcher, Stiff Bottom, hitting .282 with 2 homers and 7 RBIs on the season. Slider down the middle, ripped hard to left center field, but running it down is the center fielder, Geronimo James, 2 down. Now to bring up Reddier, the first baseman. He's locked in, hitting .436 on the year with 7 homers and 19 RBIs. Fastball down and in is way inside, ball 1. Fastball away, misses outside, 2-0. Fastball inside, nips the corner, 2-1. Fastball up and in is just high above the letters, 3-1 to Reddier. Fastball away, full count now to Reddier as Rhubarb looks to get out of the inning. Fastball down and in, chase below the knees, grounded softly to short. Holmes makes the play. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Rhubarb in the first. Jumps, Bridges, and Cooker are due up here to lead off for the Hot Corners in the bottom half of the first inning. Here's Jeb Jumps, the second baseman, hitting .387 with a homer and 6 RBIs so far on the year. Here's a look at Verde's numbers on the season. Verde's 1-1 with a 5.59 ERA and a 1.91 whip in 3 starts. He's given up 12 earned runs, 19 in the 3rd innings pitched, 35 hits surrendered, 3 of them homers. He's also walked 2 and struck out 6. Batting average against for him is .393. Not great numbers here on the season for him. And here's a look at the Hot Corners lineup. After jumps, it's third baseman rookie Jamie Bridges. Batting third is second-year first baseman Hank Cooker. Batting fourth is right fielder Bo Belter. Batting fifth is DH Dirk Sportswood. Batting sixth is shortstop Nora Holmes. Batting seventh is catcher Tiny DeGrande. Batting eighth is rookie Julia Drumpf in left field. And batting ninth is center fielder Geronimo James. DeGrande's locked in, Cooker's on fire, and Holmes is tense. Here we go. Verde ready. Here's the first pitch to jumps. Fastball down and away is low. Ball one. Curveball up and in is just high and inside. 2-0. Slider down and in. Called a strike. 2-1. Two-seamer up. Is that a cutter? Yeah, up and in. Up and away. 3-1 the count. Change it down and away. Pulled foul by jumps as he's early. Full count now. Fastball down and in, line to right center. Graves leaps out of his reach, and that's going to be in the gap out there in right center, almost to the deepest part of the park. Velos gets to the cutoff man, and that'll hold jumps to just a double. Puts him in scoring position to start the game off for the Hot Corners, and here's third baseman Jamie Bridges, hitting .424, 5 homers and 16 RBIs. Very solid numbers for a rookie campaign. First pitch curveball down and in is a check swing called strike at the knees, 0-1. Fastball up and away, line to center field. Brickhouse comes in, slides, makes the catch. 1 down, nice play. Kept that from being a base hit. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Hank Cooker, who's on fire. Hitting .298, 5 homers, 8 RBIs on the season. First pitch slider down and away, lined up the middle. That's a base hit for Cooker, and that will send the runner to third. Jumps, thought about coming home, but thinks better of it. Runners at the corners with 1 down here for Belter, hitting .228. 3 homers and 6 RBIs on the season for the right fielder. Fastball down and in is just low. Ball 1. Change up and away. Called a strike as Cooker goes for second. Throw down is late. It's a stolen base for her. For Cooker, where is she? There she is. That is her first actual stolen base attempt of the whole season. She is 1 for 1 here in the final game of the Hot Corners regular season. 1-1 count now to Belter. Curveball down and away. Fouled off by Belter. 1-2 the count. Cutter up and in. Fouled off again as Belter stays alive. Still 1-2. Change it down and in. Way out in front of it. Strike 3 swinging. Verde gets the punch out. 2 down now. That'll bring up the DH Sportswood. Hitting .244. 3 homers and 9 RBIs on the season. Cutter up and away in the first pitch is called strike from Verde, 0-1 as he gets ahead. Change it down and away, hard grounder to third. Rivers over on the hop, fires to first in time, and that Verde will escape the first inning without a run scoring. Gives up 2 hits, but he pitches around them perfectly. Top 2, still scoreless. Jackman, Pitts, and Velos do up against Rhubarb. Here's the shortstop Jackman, locked in right now, hitting .464 with 2 homers and 11 RBIs on the season. Fastball up and in is just high. Ball 1. Fastball high again. 2-0 count from Rhubarb. Fastball high again. 3-0 the count. Inside heater caught the corner. 3-1. Change up down and in called a strike this time. Full count. Slider up and in. Fist to the left center. Holmes out there to make the catch. 1 down. That'll bring up the DH Pitts, who's over his last 10 at-bats. He's tense, hitting .298 with 2 homers and 6 RBIs. Lefty-lefty matchup here as that first pitch sliders outside from Rhubarb. Fastball in there at the knees, 1-1. Check swing, good take by Pitts as that fastball's high, 2-1. Change up down, hard rip to first, but it's right at Cooker, who fields it cleanly, 2 down. Now to bring up Velos, the right fielder, hitting .261, 2 homers and 9 RBIs on the season. Rhubarb now locked in after 1 2/3 hitless ball. Fastball away for a strike, 0-1. Fastball is inside, missing the corner, 1-1. Slider down and away, 1 hopper to first, easy play for Cooker, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Rhubarb as Velos is tense. Bottom 2, Holmes, DeGrande, and Drumpf face Verde. Holmes, the shortstop, at 6. She is tense right now, hitting .283 with 4 homers and 12 RBIs. First pitch changeup inside, ripped hard up the middle, and that's a base hit for Holmes as it gets by Graves. Leadoff single here, puts runner at first with none down. Bring up DeGrande, the catcher's locked in the 7-hole today, hitting .381 with a homer and 1 RBI. Verde set and looking to strand the runner over there. First pitch sliders down and away, that breaks outside, 1-0 the count. Fastball up and in from Verde, got a check swing out of DeGrande, he takes it though, 1-1. Cutter down and in, caught the corner, 1-2 the count now as we look to put him away. Curveball down and away, called strike 3. That's a punch out for Verde, his second of the game, 1 down in the inning. Got to bring up the rookie left fielder, Julia Drumpf, hitting .200 on the year with a homer and an RBI. Not a good season for her, but she primarily came off the bench, so it didn't really hurt the hot corners too much. Not like they were going to make the playoffs anyway. Fastball up and away, called strike, 0-1. Change it down and in. Hard ground liner to short. Jackman leaps and knocks it down. He'll flip to second, and that will be a force out. And Verde is locked in now with a runner at first. 2 down. And here's the 9-hitter, James, the center fielder, hitting .167, a homer, and 2 RBIs so far on the season. He's having a really poor year. Fastball up and away, called a strike, 0-1. Curveball down and in. Ooh, just inside. Verde misses the corner, 1-1. Changeup down and away. Lined up the middle base hit. I forgot James is an outside pitch specialist. First and second now as the runner holds at second. That'll flip to the top of the lineup and jumps, who doubled back in the first inning and was stranded to third base. 1 for 1 today. First pitch cutter at the letters. Check swing called a strike as Jumps was taking, 0-1. Slider down and in. Lined in the hole to short. That's going to be in the left field for a base hit. Axelson comes up throwing for the plate as the runner's going to try and score. Here's the throw. Just laid. Good hustle from Drumpf. Because that's not Drumpf, is it? I think that was Holmes. Still, RBI single for Jumps. It's now 1-0 hot corners as they take the lead in the second. Now to bring up Bridges. First pitch fastball down in the way. Hard grounder in the hole to short. Diving is Jackman to cut it off. He has to hurry to get Bridges, though, and he does. Just in time on the nice diving stop in the hole. Still, hot corners get the RBI single out of Jumps as they take a 1-0 lead to the third. Bottom of our lineup due up. Rivers, Axelson, and Graves look for get the first hit here against Rhubarb. Here's a rookie third baseman, Xander Rivers, hitting .434 with 8 RBIs on the season. Pretty solid numbers for him, even though he has no power in his bat. Fastball away for a called strike, 0-1. That's at the knees, and that is skied to center field. He didn't get anything on that as James in on it, makes the catch, 1 down. Now to bring up the left fielder, Axelson, hitting .333, 2 RBIs on the season. Batting in the 8th slot today for the Freebooters. Changeup at the knees on the inner corner, 0-1. That's at the letters on the heater, 0-2. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3 at the letters. Axelson fooled at the heater. 2 down now. Now to bring up Graves, the second baseman, batting in the 9-hole today, hitting .392 with 4 RBIs on the season. Rhubarb cruising along so far. Fastball away for a strike, 0-1. I think I chased it high. It's a pop-up shallow right field. Out for it Jumps. Second baseman puts it away, and another 1-2-3 inning for Rhubarb through 3. She's perfect. Bottom 3, Cooker, Belter, and Sportswood. Middle of the lineup face Verde for the second time today. Cooker singled her first at bat and then stole second base. She stranded at second base in the first inning, unfortunately. How do I want to do this? Okay. First pitch slider down and in. Just inside to Cooker, ball 1. Good eye there from the first baseman. Fastball up and away. Hit pretty well. Deep to dead center field. Back for it, Brickhouse near the wall. Leaping just out of his reach, and it's into the little nook in front of the batter's eye. Home run for Cooker. That's her 6th of the year, and another solo shot for her as well. It's 2-0 hot corners. Brings up Belter, the right fielder, 0 for 1 today. First pitch cutter up and away. A little pulled foul by Belter as he's early on it. Off the foul wall, 0-1. Fastball middle away, popped up, foul territory, stiff bottom over by the Freebooters dugout on the third base side, makes the catch, 1 down. He's up the DH Sportswood, he's 0 for 1 today. First pitch fastball up and in is called strike, 0-1. Curveball down and away, just outside, missing the corner, 1-1. Cutter down and in. Grounded up the middle. Jackman dives. He knocks it off his glove into center field. It's a base hit. Good effort from Jackman, but he's a very poor fielder, and that's going to be an infield single for Sportswood. Next up is Holmes. Singled her first time up and then came in to score in the second inning on Jumps' RBI single. First pitch fastball up and in is called a strike at the letters, 0-1. Slider down and away. Check swing low. Good take by Holmes, 1-1. Change up down and in. Lined up the middle. That's another base hit for Holmes. She's now 2 for 2. Sportswood the second. He'll hold there. 2 on and 1 down now. Brings up DeGrande, 0 for 1 today. Struck out looking his first time up. First pitch changeup at the knees, called a strike as he takes all the way. Verde now tense after the 3 hits this inning. Fastball up and in, hard liner to second. Graves dives off his glove into right center field. That's another base hit. Another infield single, and the bases are loaded with 1 down. Brings up the rookie Drumpf, 0 for 1 today. First pitch curveball down and below the knees, ball 1. Fastball up and away is high, 2-0. Slider down and then in, just inside, 3-0. Fastball middle away, called a strike, 3-1. Cutter up and in, check swing again, full count now. Bases loaded with 1 down. Big spot for Drumpf. Changeup away, popped up. Shallow right center, Velos in on it, calling off Graves. Makes the catch for the second out. Runners have to hold as Velos has a good arm. Bases loaded now for James. Singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. First pitch changeup up and in. Called a strike as Verde gets ahead, 0-1. Fastball down and in is inside, 1-1. Slider down, check swing at the knees, 2-1 below. Curveball middle in, check swing called a strike, 2-2 count now. Verde looking to set him down. Cutter up and in, just high and inside, full count. Runners will be off on the pitch as the bases are loaded. 2 outs in the inning, change up down. Line to center field, and that'll be a base hit, and that'll get at least 2 runners in. Runner will also get to third on the play as it's a 2-run single for James. It's now 4-0 Hot Corners. Brings up Jumps, who's 2 for 2. Double single and an RBI today. Singled in to run his last time up. Fastball up at the first pitch, fouled off. 0-1. Curveball down and in. Hard ground at the middle. Another base hit for Jumps and another RBI for him as well. Brickhouse throwing for third as James is trying to push his luck. He will just get in there ahead of the throw. 5-0 Hot Corners, and that'll bring up Bridges with 2 on and 2 down. Change it down in the way in the first pitch, called a strike at the knees, 0-1. Verde looking to get out of the inning here. Cutter down and in, line to left field. Axelson over, makes the catch, and that finally ends the inning. But the Hot Corners strike for 4 as they break it open here. It's 5-0 after 3. Brickhouse, stiff bottom, and readier face Rhubarb. There's Brickhouse, 0 for 1 today. Fastball way inside, ball 1. Fastball high, 2-0. Away with the heater, 3-0 the count. Fastball caught the low outside corner, 3-1. Inside heater misses, ball 4, and that's the first walk of the day for Rhubarb. First base runner as well for the Freebooters. No outs, runner at first. Here's stiff bottom, 0 for 1. Strike at the knees on the heater, 0-1. Fastball up, line to first, right at Cooker, 1 down. Good play by Brickhouse to get back. That'll bring up Reddier, who's 0 for 1 today. Fastball inside, swung late, 0-1. Heater high, 1-1. Fastball down, line to second, right at Jumps though, 2 down. Runner still at first, and that'll bring up Jackman, who's 0 for 1. Fastball in the dirt, ball 1. Fastball at the knees, 1-1. Check swing outside, fastball, good take from Jackman, 2-1. Slider middle of the plate, Jackman goes with it, drives it deep to right field. Back at the warning track at the wall is the right fielder leaping, and robbing us of a home run is Bo Belter. Are you serious? He's one of the worst fielders in the game. Freebooters get their first base runner on a leadoff walk, but 2 lineouts and a home run robbery keep us off the hit column and the scoreboard. Bottom 4, 5-0 the score. Cooker leads off. Solo home runner last time up. She's also singled today, as Verde is still tense coming into this inning. First pitch cutter down and in is called strike at the knees, 0-1. Changeup up and away, called a strike, 0-2 the count now. Curveball down and away, low in the dirt, 1-2. Fastball up and in, breaks the bat, popped up, shallow right field, Graves out, makes the catch, 1 down. Brings up Belter, 0-2 today. First pitch slider down and away is low, ball 1. Fastball down and in, grounded softly to first, readier there, makes the play himself, 2 down. That'll bring up Sportswood, 1 for 2 with the single. First pitch cutter up and away. Hit pretty deep by Sportswood. He got a lot on that one to right center field. That is gone into the 5th row. Solo home run for Sportswood, his 4th of the year, and it's now 6-0 Hot Corners as they pile on. Here's Holmes, 2 for 2 today, 2 singles to center. First pitch slider down and away in the dirt, ball 1. Fastball up and in, check swing for a strike, 1-1. Slider away, hard grounded to second, right at Graves though. He'll make the play, and that ends the inning. But the Hot Corners get a solo home run for Dork Sportswood, and they make it a 6-0 game. Top 5, Pitts, Velos, and Rivers face Rhubarb. There's Pitts, 0 for 1 today. Fastball inside, misses, ball 1. Pitts grounded out his first time up. Heater caught the inside corner, 1-1. Fastball up, Pitts jumps on that deep to center field, chasing it James to the wall, leaping, it's gone into the Hot Corners bullpen in left center. 3rd homer of the season for Stump Pitts, and that breaks him out of his 0 for 11 slump as he hits his 3rd homer of the season, and he's back to neutral mojo. 1-6 the score as we're on the board, and that's our first hit. Next up is Velos, 0 for 1 today. Grounded out her first time up. Fastball up and in is high, ball 1. Fastball away, called a strike, 1-1. Slider away, line softly to right field, charging Belter. He'll make the catch, 1 down. Next up is Rivers, 0 for 1 today. Flew out his first time up. Fastball away, ball 1. Fastball at the knees for a strike, 1-1. Changeup down and in, low, 2-1. Fastball away, 2-2 the count. Fastball down the middle, ripped foul by Rivers as he stays alive, 2-2 the count. Fastball down, sky to left center field, should be an easy play for James. Makes the catch, 2 down. Here's Axelson, 0 for 1. Rhubarb 1 out away from being recorded with the win. Being qualified for the win, I should say, as that fastball's above the letters, ball 1. Fastball inside, grounded to 3rd, easy play for Bridges, and that ends the inning, but the Freebooters get their first hit on a leadoff solo home run from Stump Pitts. 6-1 the score to the bottom of the 5th. DeGrande, Drumpf, and James do up against Verde. DeGrande 1 for 2 today with the single as he's locked in still. First pitch fastball inside, hard at the first base line. Readier can't get there, and that's going to be into right field for a base hit. Velos runs it down, that'll hold DeGrande to a single. 13th hit of the day for the Hot Corners, and that'll bring up Drumpf. 0 for 2 day for the outfielder. First pitch curveball down in the way, called a strike at the knees, 0-1. Fastball down in the middle, ripped into right field, another base hit. Velos comes up throwing, and it's a single, 1st and 2nd with none down. Here's the 9-hitter. James, 2 for 2 today, singled in 2 runs his last time up. He's also singled earlier. First pitch changeup inside, misses, ball 1. Slider down and in, grounded up the middle. Jackman there, flips to second 1, Graves to first. Double play. Runner gets the 3rd though. 2 down for jumps. Singled in a run his last time up. He's also singled in a run earlier and doubled. He's 3 for 3. First pitch curveball middle away. 1 hopper to short. Jackman fields it cleanly. He'll make the play, and that ends the inning. Verity gives up 2 hits, but he pitches around them with a double play and a ground out to get to the 5th cleanly. Top 6, it's 6-1. Graves, Brickhouse, and Stiff Bottom face Rhubarb. Here's Graves, 0 for 1 today. Slider up and away is high, ball 1. Change it down the middle, chopped on the ground to second. Easy play for jumps on the charge, 1 down. Next up is Brickhouse, 0 for 1 today with a walk, and Rhubarb is done after 5 1/3 innings as she is in line for the win, having only given up the 1 run and 1 hit and 1 walk. Entering the game is left-hander Joseph Broseph in his 2nd year with the club. Here are Broseph's numbers on the year. He is 2-0 with a 6.61 ERA and a 1.47 WHIP. He's pitched in 12 of their games. This will be his 13th and final appearance of the season, as this is their last regular season game. He's given up 13 runs, 12 of which were earned, 16 1/3 innings pitched, 17 hits surrendered, 3 of them homers, walked 7, and struck out 15. Batting average against for him on the year is .262. First pitch to Brickhouse is a fastball at the knees, 0-1. Broseph enters locked in on the outing. Heater up and in, way high, 1-1. Fastball down and in, caught the inside corner, 1-2 the count. Fastball at the knees, ripped the first, leaping his Cooker to make that nice catch, 2 down. Next up is Stiff Bottom, who's 0 for 2 today. Fastball up and away, caught the upper outside corner, 0-1. Fastball down, below the knees, 1-1. Fastball away, swung late as it's off the catcher's glove, 1-2. Swung up and in late, and that's a strikeout for Broseph, and that'll end the inning. Combined 1-2-3 inning for Rhubarb and Broseph. Bottom 6, it's 6-1. Bridges, Cooker, and Belter face Verde. Here's Bridges, 0 for 3. Verde, I think, is done, actually, after 5 innings. He's given up 14 hits, and 6 runs. I don't think there's anything more we can do with him. He'll just end his season with a very poor outing, and he'll probably be released following this game as we need to cut some caps somewhere, and I think we just found the place to do it. This doesn't seem good. Alright, I'll give him 1 more inning because it doesn't look like I've got the bullpen to deal with this. First pitch curveball down and in, called a strike to the knees, 0-1. Fastball up and away, line to short. Jackman leaps, it's out of his reach, and that's in the left center gap. Brickhouse runs it down as it bangs against the wall. Bridges in there with a double as he's in scoring position to start the inning. Brings up Cooker, 2 for 3 today, solo home run and a single. Popped out the second or last time up. First pitch curveball down at the knees, hard grounder up the middle to short. Jackman dives, can't get there, and that's in the left center. Brickhouse comes up throwing, and that will be an RBI single for Cooker as it's 7-1. Yeah, Verde's done. He can't stay out there. Belter up next is 0 for 3. Verde now done after giving up 16 hits and 7 earned runs, with that runner on first being his responsibility, 5+ innings. Coming to pitch is rookie right-hander Maxton Bates. Bates is making his 6th appearance of the season. He has no record with a 9.82 ERA and a 2.09 WHIP. He's given up 13 runs, 12 of which are earned. 1 save on the season, 11 innings pitched, 20 hits surrendered, 3 of them homers, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Batting average against for him is .392. He's also responsible for taking the first nut shot in the series, at least on our team collectively. First pitch to Belter's an up and in fastball, called a strike, 0-1 on the check swing. Forkball down and away, hard grounder to short. Jackman dives off his glove into left center field. Another infield single, this time for Belter. He's 1 for 4. First and second with none down for Sportswood, who hit a solo home run his last time up. He's also singled. First pitch forkball down and in, just inside, ball 1. Fastball up and away, line to second. Graves leaps, he can't get there, and that's in the gap to right center field, and that'll score more runs. Spalos runs it down. It's going to be a 2-run double for Sportswood, as it's now 9-1 hot corners. One of those runs to Verde, the other to Bates, and they're breaking it open. Here's Holmes, 2 for 3 with 2 singles. First pitch fastball up and away, called a strike. Bates now tense after the 2 hits to start his outing. 0-1 pitch is a changeup middle in, hard grounder to third. Rivers can't get there, and that's another base hit in the left field. Throw to third is late. Sportswood advances. Runners at the corners with none down. Here's DeGrande, 2 for 3, 2 singles today. First pitch curveball down and away, grounded hard to short. Jackman there, flips to second 1, Graves to first. It's a double play, but the run scores. It's 10-1. No RBI for DeGrande on that one, but here's Drumpf, 1 for 3 with the single. Bates back to neutral mojo. Fastball up and in on the first pitch, hard grounded to first, right at Reddier. He'll make the play himself. That ends the inning. Hot corners tack on 4 more runs and make it a 10-1 game, as it's looking pretty over. To the 7th, Reddier, Jackman, and Pitts will face Broseph. Reddier 0 for 2 today, still locked in though. He, like much of the rest of the lineup, is hitless today. Fastball below the knees, ball 1. Fastball away, first strike, 1-1. Inside heater misses, 2-1 the count. Slider away, ball 3. Broseph behind in the count here. Heater outside, ball 4. Second walk of the day for the hot corners, first for Broseph. Leadoff man on for Jackman, who's 0 for 2. Fastball high, ball 1. Jackman robbed of a home run his last time up as that fastball's inside, 2-0. Heater up and in, ball 3 as Brosep's having trouble finding the plate all of a sudden. Fastball down and in, caught the corner, 3-1. Fastball down, grounded to second, right at jump, so flip to Holmes, on to first, it's a double play. 2 down, nobody on for Pitts, solo home run, he's so far the only hit, RBI, and run scored so far today. Fastball up and in, first strike, 0-1. Inside heater misses, ball 1. Fastball up, line to second, right at jumps, and that ends the inning. 1 walk for us, that's it. It's erased on a double play anyway. Bottom 7, it's 10-1. James, Jumps, and Bridges due up. Here's James, 2 for 3 today, 2 RBI singles. First pitch curveball down and in, called a strike the knees, 0-1. Forkball down and in, check swing again at the knees, 0-2. Fastball up and in, line softly up the middle to short. Jackman dives, he gets there. He has to hurry, though, to get James. It's late. It's an infield single. Third hit today for James. He's 3 for 4, and that'll bring up Jumps. 3 for 4 today, double, 2 singles, and 2 RBIs. First pitch changeup down in the way is low in the dirt, ball 1. Fastball up and in is high, 2-0. Forkball down and in, hard grounder to first, readier there, fires to second 1, Jackman to first, double play, 3-6-3, and that erases the base hit. Brings up Bridges, doubled his last time up, he's 1 for 4 today, he also scored a run. Curveball down in the way in the first pitch, check swing for a strike, 0-1. Fastball up and in is high, 1-1. Changeup down and in, called a strike at the knees, 1-2. Forkball up and away, outside, 2-2 the count. Fastball down and away, grounded up the third base line softly. Rivers backhands it and fires in time to get Bridges, and that ends the inning. Bates gives up a hit, but he gets a double play ball to counter it out. To the 8th, 10-1 the score. Velos, Rivers, and Axelson face Broseph. Here's Velos, 0 for 2 today, still tense. Broseph starting to tire out there on the mound. Fastball down and in for a strike, 0-1. Heater outside, misses, 1-1. Outside again, 2-1. Fastball down in the way, called a strike, 2-2. Fastball at the knees, line to second. Jumps, leaps, and makes the catch, 1 down. Next up is Rivers, 0 for 2 today, and Broseph done after, I believe, 2 innings of work. Yeah, coming into pitch is Mazo Hayes, the right-hander. Hayes enters this outing tense. He is 1-0 with a 4.05 ERA and a 1.95 WHIP. He's given up 7 runs, 6 of them earned. Through 9 appearances, he's pitched 13 in the third innings, giving up 18 hits, 8 walks, 9 strikeouts, and a .333 batting average against. Interesting note, he's the only reliever in their bullpen not to give up a home run. Here's Rivers, ready. Still hitless, slider away, first strike, 0-1. Fastball up and away, ball 1. Fastball up, fouled off, 1-2 the count out of Rivers. Changeup away, 1 hopper to third, easy play for Bridges, 2 down. Now to bring up Axelson, who's 0 for 2 today. Hanging curveball ripped to right field, that will drop right in front of Belter's glove, although he picks it up on the hop. First hit today for Axelson, she's 1 for 3, and that'll bring up Graves, who's 0 for 2. That is actually only our second hit today. That's just how bad it's been. Slider middle of the plate, ripped to center field. That's a base hit for Graves. Axelson draws the throw from James, but holds at second. 2 on and 2 down now for Brickhouse, who walked his last time up. He's 0 for 2 today. Fastball up and away for a strike, 0-1. Fastball away, nowhere near the zone, 1-1. Slider inside for a strike, 1-2 the count. Changeup down and in, chased by Brickhouse, but he fouls it off, 1-2. Slider middle of the plate, rip to second, jumps, makes the catch, and that ends the inning. 2 hits for the Freebooters, but they're both stranded. Bottom 8, Cooker, Belter, and Sportswood do up here. Bates done after 2 innings of work. I want to save him for the last 2 games, so we're bringing the closer here, Elric Rippin, who's just getting a mop-up roll today. Rippin is making his 2nd appearance with us on the year, his 2nd appearance overall. No record, no earned runs given up, 1 whip. In his 1 appearance, he's thrown an inning, giving up 1 hit. Batting average against is .333. First pitch fastball up and in, called a strike. A specialist activates here for Rippin. Slider down in the way. Hard liner to first. Ritter dives. Can't get there, but it rips foul. 0-2. Slider down and in the dirt. Blocked. Good take there from Cooker. 1-2. Also good block by Stiff Bottom behind the plate. Fastball up and away is high. 2-2. Fastball middle of the way. Line to second. Graves leaps. Can't get there, and that's in the gap to right center field. Be extra bases for Cooker, who's already on her way to second. Brickhouse gets it in, and there'll be a double. Leadoff woman on here in the inning for the Hot Corners as they want to put on more insurance runs, even though they don't need it. Here's Belter, 1 for 4 today. Singled his last time up. First pitch slider down and in. Grounded to the mound. Rippin can't get there, but Graves can. He'll barehand and fire to first in time. Runner advances on the fielder's choice, and that'll bring up Sportswood. Triple shy of the cycle as he doubled his last time up, driving in 2 more runs. He's got 3 RBIs today. Fastball up and away in the first pitch, called a strike, 0-1. Slider down in the way, check swing at the knees, 0-2 the count. Fastball inside, almost hits him as he bounces off the plate. Still 1-2 now. Slider down and in, grounded softly to first, Reddier barehands it, goes to first, 2 down. Runner scores though, it's an RBI for Sportswood. 11-1 the score, and that'll bring up Holmes, 3 for 4 today, 3 singles. First pitch fastball up and away. Line hard to right center field. Velos giving chase. Dives. Off her glove. It's a base hit. Good effort by Velos, but she's a shit fielder, so I expected as much. Holmes now 4 for 5 on her 4th single. That'll bring up the Grande. 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Hit into a double play his last time up. First pitch slider down in the way. Called a strike the knees. 0-1. Fastball down and in, fouled off by DeGrande, 0-2 the count. Slider down in the way, called strike 3 at the knees, punch out for Rippin, his first out of the pen, I believe his first of the year as well. Hot Corners, though, get another run on an RBI ground out by Sportswood. It's 11-1 to the 9th as we just want to get more than 5 hits. Stiff Bottom, Reddier, and Jackman will face Hayes in his 2nd inning of work. Stiff Bottom 0 for 3 today. Entering into the game is defensive replacement. Right fielder Seymour Sox. Belter is exiting as they want to shore up the outfield defense. Change it below the knees. Ball 1 from Hayes. Change it down and in. Grounded softly to short. Easy play for Holmes. 1 down. Brings up Reddier 0 for 2 today. Walked his last time up. Change up inside. Ball 1. Fastball up and in high, 2-0. Fastball up, swung late by Reddier, 2-1. Heater outside, 3-1. Change up down, rip foul, full count to Reddier now. Fastball down the middle, line to center field. Sliding is James, he'll make the catch, 2 down. Gotta bring up Jackman, 0 for 3 today. He's the last chance for us today. Change up low, ball 1. Hanging curveball ripped up the middle. That's a base hit for Jackman, his first of the day. He's 1 for 4, and that'll keep the game alive for at least 1 more batter. That'll bring up Pitts. Lined out to second base his last time up. He also has a solo home run today, which accounts for our only run. 1 for 3. Slider away for a strike, 0-1. Change up down in the way. Skied to deep left center field. Chasing it is James. He'll make the catch in the gap, and that will end the game as the Hot Corners trounce us 11-1. It ensures that we will have another sub-500 season, and the Hot Corners will finish at 500 to remain in 3rd place. Best we can now do is 4th place, because we can't improve, but we can't do as bad as the Herbisaurs have already finished at 4-12, and we have 5 wins. Only run today for us comes off the bat of Stump Pitts on a solo home run. We only managed to get 4 hits all game. We drew 2 walks as well, but 4 hits. Really? 4 hits. God, we suck. Looking at the other side, everybody got a hit except Sox, who didn't get to bat. Homers today for Cook and Sportswood, and a lot of doubles, a lot of RBI singles as well. Yeah, it was a pretty good day for everybody all around. Sportswood almost hit for the cycle. Cooker had 4 hits, 3-hit day for Jumps, 3-hit day for James, 4-hit day for Holmes. Verde takes the loss, 5+ innings of work, 16 hits surrendered, 8 runs, 2 strikeouts, 2 homers, and his probably last appearance for us as a Freebooter member. Falls to 1-2 on this season. Bates, 2 innings out of the pen, 4 hits surrendered with 2 earned runs, and Rippin, an inning out of the pen, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 strikeout. On the other side, Rhubarb goes 5 1/3, gives up 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 earned run on a solo home run, and a strikeout. She improves to 2-0 on the season to end her year. Broseph finishes his year with a clean 2 innings of work, giving up only a walk and a strikeout. And Hayes goes an inning and 2/3 out of the pen, only giving up 3 hits to end his season as well. Players of the game, Sportswood, triple shy of the cycle, 4 RBI day. Cooker, 4 for 5, triple shy of the cycle as well, 2 RBI day. And Jumps, 3 for 5 day, a double, 2 singles, 2 RBIs at the top of the lineup. Yep, we got killed once again. I don't know what it is, but we suck. And it's time to move on from a lot of people. Alright, let's, we actually don't need to sim up to our games because there are no other games to sim, I believe. Actually, yes, our last 3 games are all in a row here, then after that there's only 2 more games to sim. So we're entering our next to last game of the regular season. Next time out, we will be facing the Moose, who need to win at least one of these games to be in the playoff picture. If they win both, they're guaranteed a slot. If they lose both, they're out. So we need to play spoilers here. Kaiser's on the hill for us, 2-1, 6.43 ERA, 1.67 WHIP. He is tense. And on the other side will be Sancha Silvio in her second year with the Moose, 0-2, 5.51 ERA, and a 1.65 WHIP. Looking around the league, Bubbles Garcia picked up by the Herbisaurs, replacing Morton Stanberg, which is a dumb move because their season is already over. They can't gain any more money. Beefcake McStevens to the Buzzards, replacing Wiggles Freeman. That's a good signing for them. Bergerer also goes to the Overdogs here. He'll be replacing David Digler. It's a pretty good reliever upgrade right there. Let's see here. What else we got? Sack the Song off the Moonstars, replaced by Whopper Batsman. Hey, that's a good one for us. Rusty Bustum off the Hot Corners, replaced by replacing Jamie Bridges. Interesting. Okay. Alright. Razzie Dazzler off the Jacks, replaced by Dick Berger. They still have a game to play, but they're not going to make the playoffs, it looks like. Fungo Acuro off the Wide Loads, replaced by Randy Mann. Interesting. Kerry Wayward goes to the Platypi, replacing Stubby Tuberk. Billy LeBoink off the B-Wolves, replaced by Pomp Ducci, our former first baseman. Lou DeBaziz off the Buzzards, replaced by Julio Hooper. Now there's a reliever I would like to sign in place of Rippin, and we could do it. Platypi signed Clyde Oliver, replacing Muffin Studwick. Okay, good move. Javier Cortez off the Sirloins, replaced by Rory Crowds. Blowfish signed Boris Bigsworth, replacing Bartholomew Draculo. Carlton Starr off the Heaters, replaced by Elijah Gobbleson. Okay. Interesting. Alright, okay. I can see it, I can dig it. Alright, so what do we need to do? We need to get rid of Angel Verde. And we just need to bring in a starter. They're not going to play. We just need to cut some cap here. Tarak Smith is obviously the cheapest. We take Verde off the team. He's 32 years old. He's probably not going to get any better. He didn't have a fantastic year for the amount of money I need to pay him. So let's just cut his cap now so we can get some more money to buy some stuff. Tarak enters. He will not pitch. He's just in Verde's slot. So nothing going to happen there. And for other relievers, obviously, Lawrence Whipple would be a good upgrade over Rippin because he has better stuff all around, and he is younger. I do like DeBaziz as well, very young reliever who can be easily trained to replace somebody, so we have options there. Other than that, I don't think there's anybody I want to like make a move with or anything, because I know our offense sucks, but isn't really a whole lot we can do with what we're given, so we kind of just got to play with what we got and hope for the best at this point. I mean, Velos can't hit, apparently. Brickhouse, he was alright. There's nothing special in center. Jackman, he's slumping. Pitts was slumping, but he hit that home run, our only run today. He's back. Redier's been hitting well all season. Stiff Bottom is struggling now. Graves, he's been hot and cold. Axelson, she was cold. Now she's warmed up quite a bit. Still young. We'll probably keep her. We'll keep Burnside as well, even though he was hurt. Rivers, we might look to replace him and Brown in the offseason, because I haven't really gotten a lot of development options for either of them. I don't think I've had any for Brown at all, and the one I got for Rivers was just absolutely horrible, so I didn't bother getting it. Backstop definitely needs to be upgraded in the offseason, and Fordo will keep him because I like him, and he's a good fielder to bring in when we're winning, which is very rare these days. Alright, let's do these player developments. Call it a day. Let's see, we're not doing this one for Lupinovich, so that's out. This one for Rippin is a decent one, but I don't know if I'm going to keep him, so why would I do it? That is the good question. This one for Axelson is not exactly the greatest, so I'll probably pass on this one. This one, I do like this one for Hogswind, and I do like this one for Martinez as well. Both are viable options. The person that needs the velocity more is Hogswind, so I would probably upgrade her first. And then we'll save this one for Martinez next time, if it's still here, hopefully. This one for Brickhouse is... But I don't think the Brickhouse one is actually worth it, so we'll just do this one for Hogswind here. Only the 4 velo, which is what I'm hoping I didn't get, but she is up to a C overall now, and she will still have one more start this season, so that's good. Kaiser's is up next. Let's set the lineups. Stiff Bottom's coming out. Backstop will get the start behind the dish. He'll bat 9th. Pitts still DHing as he is now tense again, despite hitting the home run, our only run. Axelson will lead off and left, followed by Pitts DHing. Brickhouse in center. Jackman is short. Reddier at first again, still locked in. Rivers at third. Burnside will get the start in right field over Velos, who is tense. Graves will bat 8th at second, and Backstop will bat 9th behind the dish for Stiff Bottom, who is tense and tired. Alright guys, that'll do it for this episode. We found a way to lose once again as we got killed 11-1 as the Hot Corners manhandled us. We got 2 games left to get through this season before we can even get to the off season. So let's just try and trooper through them as best we can and move on. Until then, this is the Nasty One, signing off.